A prisoner in Norway has hacked into the flat-screen TV systems in the prison and has found a way to share porn and communications with other inmates. Now, this happened at the Halden prison in Norway, which is supposed to be a high-security prison. But keep in mind that in institutions like this, they're very, very liberal, and it's all about rehabilitation. They don't really focus too much on the punitive aspects of it. According to one authority in the prison, they figured out what was going on after we reacted when we noticed unusually high data traffic and that inmates were having more than the normal trouble with their TVs. In addition, we found a handwritten note with a login on an inmate during a search. Now, inmates enjoy flat-screen TVs, an ensuite bathroom with ceramic tiles, and a mini fridge in their cells. Time magazine has hailed it as the most humane prison in the world.
Okay, so I'm amused that the prisoners were so sophisticated that they were able to hack the TVs to talk to one another, but then they quickly grew bored with talking to one another. They're like, hey, wait, can we get porn on this thing?
Yeah.
And when somebody figured that out, they're like, end of this. All conversations stopped. Everybody starts watching porn. The data spikes. I'm filling in some of the details here. Okay, we don't really know if it was the conversations or the porn that was spiking the data, but
the porn.
Yeah, we have a pretty good clue. Okay, so I love the Norwegian attitude toward this. Well, that inmate has been transferred to another prison, and they are considering reporting the incident to the police.
Norway is amazing. No, Norway is amazing. So, look, you read about the prison system there, and you think to yourself, this is crazy, okay? There's no way this works. They probably have criminals running around. They're probably back in prison right away. No. When it comes to recidivism, Norway kicks the United States' ass. I always look this stat up every time we talk about the prison system in Norway, and every single time I continuously become more and more surprised. So recidivism is at 52% in the U.S. That means that these people will get rearrested, reconvicted, and they'll be back in prison, okay? In Norway, it's 20%.
Oh, my
And
God.
they treat the prisoners there like kings. They have better treatment than I do in my own apartment. Flat-screen TV, ceramic tiles in the bathroom, an ensuite. I don't have an ensuite.
I don't even know what an ensuite bathroom is.
It's when you have your master bedroom and then a bathroom attached to it.
Oh, do they have a walk-in closet? Okay, so to us Americans, this seems ridiculous because we're barbarians.
Yeah.
So this guy who hacked into the technology of the prison, you know what we'd have done to him?
Solitary for 3 years at least.
Oh, minimum. He'd be bleeding from the ears. We'd have come in baton swinging, right? Boom, boom, boom. How dare you? Flat screen TVs. Politicians here would be tarred and feathered and ridden out of town if we gave flat screen TVs to any prison, let alone individual prisoners, right? And in Norway, they're considering reporting the incident to the police. They're already in prison. Yes, report it. It's amazing. So, since I grew up in this culture, I too am a Visigoth. I'm a Philistine, right? So I think like, no, must punish more, right? But we are factually wrong. If you want people to commit less crime, it turns out you should try to rehabilitate them and treat them a little bit better, as if they're actually human beings. But do you think America will learn from this? No way. We'll continue to be like, oh, yeah, that's a good point, you Norwegians. That's what we think, right?
Well,
solitary for this guy. No way, man. They'll be like, oh, yeah, you want to talk to people? You want to talk to people? You're not going to talk to somebody for 3 years. Go in a hole.
Right. Well, you also have to keep in mind, in the U.S., there's a vested interest in a high recidivism rate. Right? A lot of people make money off of prisoners, which is why the war on drugs continues. The federal government refuses to take marijuana off the Schedule I list of substances. And at the same time, you have private prisons that continuously lobby politicians to pass tough-on-crime legislation. So we don't have a vested interest in rehabilitating prisoners. That's the worst part about this story.
So that's a great point. So when we look at our system and think it makes no sense, we're looking at it from the wrong perspective. It makes no sense if you're a citizen. But if you're the people who control the lawmakers and write the laws, it makes all the sense in the world. So to the private prison industrial complex that we have here in America, this is not a failure of our system. It's part of what they built the system for.
Exactly.